Ever wonder why some acts seem so strange or unusual to some people? While being different and unique can often be applauded, it can sometimes result in misconceptions and negative opinions. This is particularly true for Sigma females, who typically have a more autonomous and non-traditional outlook on life. Imagine a social butterfly, always fluttering around the party, drawing people in with their charm and charisma. Now imagine the opposite, a woman who prefers her own company, who doesn't need to be the center of attention to feel validated, a woman who marches to the beat of her own drum. That, my friends, is a Sigma female. Sigma females are an enigma, a puzzle that's fascinating and yet challenging to solve. They stand apart from the conventional social hierarchy that we're all too familiar with. Unlike alphas who lead or betas who follow, Sigmas choose to walk their own path. They're the lone wolves, the free spirits, the ones who embrace their individuality and aren't afraid to live life on their own terms. Introverted by nature, Sigma females aren't antisocial, they're selectively social. They value deep, meaningful connections over superficial small talk. They're the ones who'll choose a quiet night in with a good book over a loud, crowded party any day. But don't mistake their introversion for shyness. When they choose to speak, their words carry weight and substance. Self-reliance is another defining characteristic of Sigma females. They're not the damsels in distress waiting for a knight in shining armor. They're the knights, armed with their own armor, ready to take on the world. They value their independence and aren't afraid to forge their own destiny. Non-conformity is in their DNA. They don't feel the need to fit into societal norms or live up to others' expectations. They have their own standards, their own rules. They're not rebels without a cause, they're rebels with a purpose. Sigma females are a breath of fresh air in a world that's often too caught up in labels and stereotypes. They're proof that it's okay to be different, to be unique, to be you. Intrigued? Let's delve deeper into the world of Sigma females. First off, a Sigma female values her independence above all else. Picture this, a woman who marches to the beat of her own drum, who finds solace in solitude, and who doesn't need a crowd to feel complete. That's a Sigma female for you. They're the ones who prioritize their independence and thrive on their own terms. They're not antisocial, as some might mistakenly believe, but rather, they're selectively social. They enjoy their own company and see solitude not as a punishment, but as an opportunity for personal growth and self-reflection. Now let's delve a bit deeper into the concept of independence. What exactly does it mean for a Sigma female? Well, it's not just about being able to do things on their own. It's about having the freedom to make their own choices, to follow their own path, and to live life on their own terms. Being independent allows them to explore their interests, pursue their passions, and discover their true self without the constraints or expectations of society. However, this love for independence can often lead to misunderstandings. People might mistake their preference for solitude as aloofness or arrogance. They might think that Sigma females are cold or distant, but that's far from the truth. Sigma females are simply comfortable in their own skin, and they don't feel the need to constantly seek validation or approval from others. It's also worth noting that Sigma females are not loners by default. They do enjoy meaningful connections and deep conversations. They just prefer quality over quantity when it comes to relationships. They'd rather have a few close friends who understand and appreciate them rather than a large social circle filled with superficial relationships. So there you have it. Independence is not just a trait for Sigma females, it's a way of life. It's about embracing solitude, cherishing freedom, and being true to oneself. It's about finding strength in solitude and turning it into a source of empowerment. So, if you know a woman who loves her own company, she might just be a Sigma female. Secondly, Sigma women are the ultimate non-conformists. When it comes to navigating the social maze, Sigma females take the road less traveled. They're the renegades, the outliers, the ones who defy the norm and instead blaze their own trail. Picture this. While others are busy keeping up with the latest trends, the Sigma woman is setting her own pace, creating her own unique style. She doesn't need society's stamp of approval to feel validated. Think of a bird flying against the wind. It's challenging, it's tough, but the bird perseveres. That's a Sigma female. She defies societal expectations, not out of rebellion, but simply because she values her individuality more than fitting into a predefined mold. Consider the societal norm that women should be extroverted, bubbly, and always ready for social interaction. The Sigma female, on the other hand, is usually introverted, quiet, and content with her own company. She's not antisocial, she just prefers quality over quantity when it comes to her social interactions. This non-conformity isn't an act of defiance, it's simply an expression of her unique personality. Now let's talk about the pressure to conform that many women face in their careers. They're often expected to follow a specific path, to climb the corporate ladder, to strive for the corner office. But the Sigma woman? She's more likely to carve out her own career path, to start her own business, or to choose a profession that's not typically associated with women. She's not afraid to break the mold, to challenge the status quo. But remember, Sigma females aren't non-conformists for the sake of being different. They're non-conformists because they understand their own values and desires, and they're not afraid to live life on their terms. They don't let societal norms and expectations define them. Instead, they define themselves. In the grand orchestra of life, while many are playing to the conductor's beat, Sigma females are composing their own symphony. They're not afraid to step out of line, to go against the grain, to be different. They dance to the beat of their own drum, making them a force to be reckoned with. Thirdly, Sigma females are fiercely self-reliant. Now, let's delve into the self-reliance of Sigma females. It's not an understatement to say they've taken the phrase, "if you want something done right, do it yourself," to heart. This isn't to say they're stubborn or dismissive of others' assistance. Rather, they have a profound belief in their abilities, their judgment, and their capacity to overcome challenges. When faced with a problem, Sigma females don't immediately run for help. They're more likely to roll up their sleeves, dig into the issue, and find a solution using their intellect and resourcefulness. They are like a lone wolf in the wilderness, navigating through life with their instincts and skills honed from past experiences. This self-reliance isn't born out of arrogance or a desire to prove something to the world. Instead, it comes from a deep-seated understanding of their strengths and weaknesses, and an unwavering belief in their capacity to handle whatever life throws their way. They are their own lifeboat in the stormy seas of life. Interestingly, this self-reliance also extends to their emotional well-being. They understand that their happiness and mental health are their responsibility. Sigma females don't expect others to fix them or make them happy. They know that they hold the keys to their emotional well-being, and they're not afraid to use them. However, it's important to note that while Sigma females are self-reliant, they're not invulnerable. They have their moments of doubt and struggle just like anyone else. But the difference lies in how they handle these moments. They don't see them as reasons to give up or to depend on others excessively. Instead, they view them as opportunities to learn, grow, and become even more self-reliant. In essence, the self-reliance of Sigma females is a testament to their resilience, their determination, and their confidence. It's a trait that's deeply ingrained in their character, making them stand out in a world where many are quick to rely on others before relying on themselves. Their self-reliance is one of their most admirable traits. Fourthly, Sigma females are introspective. There's a world within each of us, a universe of thoughts, feelings, and experiences that only we have access to. Now, imagine diving deep into this universe, exploring every corner, every crevice, every hidden alleyway of your mind. This is the journey of a Sigma female, a journey of introspection. Introspection is like a solitary expedition into the wild unknown. It's not about finding answers or solutions, but about the journey itself, about understanding one's thoughts, feelings, and motivations. Sigma females are often found embarking on this expedition, not out of necessity, but out of a genuine curiosity to understand themselves better. Their introspection is not an escape from the world, but rather a way of engaging with it more deeply. They take the time to analyze their experiences, to question their reactions, to dissect their emotions. They are their own psychologists, their own philosophers, their own guides. It's not about self-obsession, but self-awareness. It's easy to get lost in the noise of the world, in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. But Sigma females have a way of cutting through this noise. They create a space for themselves, a quiet corner where they can reflect, introspect, and cultivate a deeper understanding of themselves. Introspection is not a luxury for them, but a necessity. It's a way of recharging, of rejuvenating, of reconnecting with themselves. It's a way of maintaining their independence, their non-conformity, their self-reliance. It's a way of staying true to themselves, of honoring their unique journey. And it's not always a comfortable journey. Introspection can be challenging, confronting, even painful at times, but Sigma females are not afraid of this discomfort. They embrace it, they learn from it, they grow from it. They understand that introspection is not about achieving perfection, but about embracing imperfection. Their introspective nature allows them to understand themselves better than most. It's not about being better or worse, but about being true, being authentic, being themselves. And in the end, isn't that what life is all about? Fifthly, Sigma females are often seen as mysterious. Now you might be asking, why is that? Well, let's dive into it. Picture a novel that you can't put down, a thriller that keeps you on the edge of your seat, or a suspense movie that has your heart pounding. That's what it's like to know a Sigma female. They are the human embodiment of a page-turner, a real-life mystery that keeps you guessing and wanting to know more. Their introverted nature and independent spirit add layers to their persona that are as complex and intriguing as a well-crafted plot. They don't wear their hearts on their sleeves. Instead, they guard their thoughts and feelings, revealing them only when they choose to. This selective disclosure only adds to their enigmatic charm. Sigma females are not purposefully cryptic. It's not a game of smoke and mirrors or an attempt to be elusive. It's simply who they are. Like a puzzle, each piece of their personality fits together in a unique and intricate pattern that forms their individual identity. They are content with their own company, and they don't feel the need to broadcast their lives. This can make it challenging for others to understand them fully. It's like trying to read a book in a language you're not fluent in. You might get the gist of it, but the nuances and subtleties can be lost. This is what makes Sigma females so captivating. People are drawn to the unknown, the unexplained, the mysterious. It's human nature to want to solve puzzles, to seek answers, to unravel mysteries. Sigma females embody this sense of mystery. They're not an open book. They're a locked diary, a treasure chest, a riddle wrapped in an enigma. They're a labyrinth of thoughts, feelings, ideas, and experiences, and navigating that labyrinth can be a thrilling journey. So when you meet a Sigma female, remember this: you're not just meeting a person. You're embarking on an exploration, an adventure. You're stepping into a world of mystery and intrigue. And that's what makes Sigma females so fascinating. Their aura of mystery is part of their charm. Finally, Sigma females are highly adaptable. Their ability to acclimate to changing circumstances is like a chameleon changing colors to blend into its environment. This adaptability isn't born out of fear or desperation, but rather stems from their fierce independence and self-reliance. Imagine this: a Sigma female is like a tree, deeply rooted but capable of bending and swaying with the wind. They're not rigid or unyielding. Instead, they understand that the key to survival isn't resistance but flexibility. They don't break under pressure or crumble when faced with challenges. They adapt, they evolve, they grow. This adaptability isn't simply about changing to fit into a situation. It's about assessing, understanding, and then making the necessary changes to not just survive, but thrive. It's about having the courage to step out of their comfort zone, to face the unknown head-on. This is where Sigma females truly shine. Adaptability in Sigma females is not about losing oneself in the process. It's about being fluid enough to navigate through life's ups and downs while still staying true to who they are. They adapt, yes, but they never compromise on their core values or beliefs. This adaptability extends to their interactions with others as well. Sigma females can connect with a wide range of individuals, from the most outgoing extroverts to the most reserved introverts. They're capable of adjusting their approach based on the person or situation, making them excellent at building relationships. In a world that's constantly changing and evolving, this adaptability is a superpower. It equips them with the ability to handle whatever life throws at them, to learn from their experiences and grow stronger with each challenge. So, let's take a moment to appreciate the Sigma females in our lives, for their strength, their resilience, and their remarkable ability to adapt. They're not just surviving in this world, they're thriving, and they're doing it on their own terms. Their adaptability is just another testament to their strength. They're not just bending with the wind, they're dancing in the storm. So there you have it, the 6 untypical things Sigma females do. We kick things off with an exploration of independence, a trait that runs deep in the veins of Sigma females. They're not the type to rely on others for their happiness or success. Instead, they're self-sufficient and comfortable in their own company, choosing to carve their own path rather than follow the crowd. Next, we delved into the aspect of non-conformity. Sigma females are not ones to bow down to societal pressures or expectations. They are fiercely individualistic and prefer to dance to the beat of their own drum. They're not afraid to challenge the status quo and often make unconventional choices that set them apart from the rest. Then we touched upon self-reliance, Another key characteristic of the Sigma female: they're resourceful and resilient, able to handle life's challenges with grace and strength. They don't need a knight in shining armor to save the day, they're perfectly capable of saving their own day. We also spent time discussing introspection, a trait that's deeply ingrained in Sigma females. They're thoughtful and reflective, often spending time in their own heads, analyzing their thoughts, feelings, and actions. This introspective nature allows them to understand themselves better and make decisions that align with their core values. Mystery was another intriguing aspect we explored. Sigma females are enigmatic, preferring to keep their lives private and their thoughts to themselves. They don't wear their hearts on their sleeves, and this sense of mystery often draws others towards them, intrigued by their elusive nature. Finally, we talked about adaptability, the ability of Sigma females to thrive in different situations. They're not ones to crumble under pressure or change. Instead, they adapt, evolve, and come out stronger, proving their resilience and flexibility. All these traits combine to create a unique personality type that is the Sigma female. They're not your typical alpha or beta, but instead they're in a league of their own. They embody strength, independence, and a deep sense of self that's both inspiring and admirable. But remember, being a Sigma is not about fitting into a box or conforming to a label. It's about embracing your individuality, valuing your independence, and staying true to who you are. Because at the end of the day, that's what being a Sigma female is all about: being authentically you. Remember, the world of Sigma females is as fascinating as it is complex. They defy norms, embrace their individuality, and in doing so, they teach us the value of being true to oneself.